All right, let's get right into it. It's a massive Sunday for European football, and we are going to break down all the biggest games across the continent so you know exactly what's worth your time. So you look at the schedule today, and it's a lot, right? How do you even know which games actually matter? Well, that's what we're here for. We've done the digging to pinpoint the 10 matches that you really need to know about today, from England all the way to Turkey.
Okay, let's kick things off in England with what is, without a doubt, the highest profile clash of the day. This is a real test for a team with title hopes.
So we've got Newcastle United taking on Arsenal, and, well, just look at the table. Arsenal flying high in second place with literally double the points of Newcastle, who are kind of languishing down in 13th. On paper, you'd think this is a pretty open and shut case for the Gunners, right?
But, and this is a big but, things get a whole lot trickier when you start looking at who's not playing. Both teams are missing some absolutely massive players. For Newcastle, their key defender Fabian Schär is out. And for Arsenal, wow, they're missing the creative spark of Bukayo Saka and their captain, Martin Odegaard. You know, absences like that, they can completely change the game.
So what's the bottom line here? The prediction isn't actually for a winner, it's for goals. With key players out on both sides, the thinking is this is going to be a wide-open, attacking game. We're expecting over 1.5 goals for sure. This one could really go either way.
Okay, let's hop over to the continent now because we've got some of Europe's heavy hitters in action, and they're up against some much smaller teams. But the question is, are these games really the walkovers they look like on paper?
So first up, Spain. You've got the league leaders, Barcelona, facing a Real Sociedad team that's really struggling down in 16th place. And yeah, the prediction here is a pretty confident 3-1 win for Barca. It looks like they're expected to just, cruise.
And hey, it's pretty much the same story over in Turkey. First place Fenerbahce, they're at home. They're playing a solid but kind of mid-table Antalyaspor. No surprises here. Another comfy home win is predicted, looking like a 2-0. And to round out this pattern, let's check out Ukraine. You've got second place Shakhtar Donetsk on the road against the team at the very, very bottom of the table, Rukh Lviv. Again, no real shockers expected. The call is a solid 2-0 away win for Shakhtar. You see the trend here, right?
But hold on. Here's where it gets interesting. Even these massive favorites aren't at 100%. Barcelona, they're missing their incredible keeper Ter Stegen and the absolute engine of their midfield, Gavi. Shakhtar, no key striker Traore. Little gaps like that, man, they can give the underdogs a real glimmer of hope.
Okay, so we've seen the Goliaths. Now let's get to the fun stuff, the wildcard matches. Honestly, this is where things get truly unpredictable. This is where you might find the real drama today.
And this first one, this just says it all. Take a look at the Scottish Premiership. You've got Livingston in 10th, playing, Rangers in 11th? No, that's not a typo. After a historically bad start, the Glasgow Giants are in a completely shocking position. This is a massive, massive game for them.
And it's not just Scotland where things are weird. Over in Spain, you've got a super tight mid-table clash between Rayo Vallecano and Sevilla. Then, and get this, in the Czech Republic, you've got 7th place Viktoria Plzen playing the team in 2nd, FC Zlin. This is one of those classic matchups where the league table just does not tell the whole story.
So where do the predictions land on these tricky ones? For that nail-biter in Scotland, the call is just for goals, over 1.5. In Spain, they're backing Sevilla to grind out a huge 2-0 win on the road. And in that Czech game, well, despite the league positions, the prediction is actually for the home side Plzen to win 2-0. Now that's interesting.
All right, we have bounced all over Europe, from title challengers to teams just trying to stay afloat. So let's boil it all down for you. Here is your ultimate cheat sheet for the day.
So, all in all, we've broken down 10 of the biggest games happening today.
And here it is, all in one place, your complete guide for Sunday's action. You've got that Premier League nail-biter, the big boys in Spain and Turkey who are expected to dominate, and of course, those super unpredictable wildcard games in Scotland and the Czech Republic. Every key prediction you need is right here. So there you have it. You've got the favorites, you've got the wildcards, you've got all the predictions. But we all know football's never that simple, is it? So as you get ready to watch, here's the big question I want you to think about. With all these injuries, even to the top teams, which one of these sure things is the most likely to end in a complete and total upset? Enjoy the games.